Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 92 here on season 1. Wow, that took way longer to get through that than I actually needed. Today, I am talking about buying gold. What's the purpose behind it? Because this question comes from Andrew N. And he asked, Andrew N. He commented on one of my videos and said, "That's an interesting portfolio. How are you going to use gold and silver? Will you sell it in the future, or will you hold it long in the long term?" So those are both those two questions are both really good. If you guys are like, okay, what the heck is he talking about? Your crazy portfolio? I'll link it up right there. And let's go ahead and dive into it. The popsicle ADD, the popsicle stick is like one of those weird things. Like when I see it, I'm like just like the doctor like literally checking for strep or something like that. I guess that's not the case today. But anyways, enough of that. So I said, first of all, I love talking about precious metals and investing into them. It's one of my favorite things because it's actually tangible. You actually get to hold it. You get to see it in your house. It's kind of really cool. You can open it up and kind of count your ounces and that kind of stuff. So it's really awesome in that sense. It's literally right there. And since I'm more hands-on kind of person, it's really cool that I get to touch and feel it. Where stocks and all that kind of stuff is all e-commerce. It's all just online. It's all just numbers. So it's really cool that precious metal is actually touchy-feely kind of stuff. So I wish that I could talk about it more often. However, it always seems like there's nothing really exciting to talk about when it comes to precious metals. So it's pretty much just buy and save and buy and save and buy and save and then hold it long term until it goes up and then sell it. So that's, which I guess is kind of the same thing with buying stocks and that kind of stuff. But gold is just gold. It doesn't, you don't have a 7% return or one day and then drop down 12% or something like that in the same day or the next day. So in that sense, it's not really exciting. But stocks can be pretty exciting. You can have a Snapchat go from an IPO of $24 down to $13, and then now it's back up to almost 16. How crazy is that? That's pretty ridiculous. So that's pretty exciting stuff where gold is not, you're not going to see that as much. However, I still like it. So for me, gold and silver is long term. It's a super long term hold. Obviously, I'll sell it if I absolutely need the cash. So, say we're going into retirement, and whatever my stocks or bonds or whatever or crypto or whatever I have at the time, tanked, we had a huge crash or something like that, and I didn't have enough funds in those, but I still had quite a bit saved up in gold and silver. Then I would sell, a majority of my portfolio, even including gold and silver, to help me move into retirement. However, right now, gold and silver, I'm allocating as a plan. I plan to give it to my children, I only have one child right now, but my children, which means that eventually we plan on having more kids. I plan on giving it to them as gifts. So when they turn 18, giving it to them, or maybe even when I die, it'll be a gift that will be passed down, that kind of thing. So my stash is probably $500 right now. So it's going to continue to grow. It grows super slow because of how much money I'm putting in there. But eventually, when it gets upper and higher and gold and silver start becoming more profitable, I'll continue to hold it. And then eventually I'll gift it to them. They can hold it and hopefully I can teach them the same principles that I applied to my financial life. And I can bestow that upon them, and so they'll understand the value of continuing to invest in gold and invest into bonds and stocks and probably cryptocurrency, but we'll see where that goes. So anyways, the nice thing about gold and silver is it's not really volatile, so it's really hard to get super short returns on it. There's not really the high highs, low lows, so it's pretty hard to get a pretty decent short-term return. So that would make sense why I would hold it long-term. If I was looking short-term, I probably, when I started buying gold was around the Brexit, so I really pretty much shot myself in the foot for a while. Now it's starting to get back to that level. So we'll see what I'm going to do with my gold and silver. Right now, I think I'm probably even, if probably a little bit under. So I'm just going to hold it for now. Another way I use gold and silver is to hedge against the stock market. So if a stock market usually dips, you're usually going to see a lot of rise in gold and silver. That's just kind of the way it is. It's a safe place to put your money. What typically happens is if the U.S. dollar drops, they take their money, move it over to a different country, or put it into gold and silver. And a lot of big banks like Goldman Sachs and the Rothschilds and those big investment firms are starting to shift their money from the U.S. dollar, i.e. stock market, and start putting it to gold and silver, because I think what they're expecting is a crash or a market correction to happen. And a lot of people are like on edge, like, is it going to be, how bad is it going to be? And I think that that's really important. I think that a lot of people expect it to be worse than it actually is, or a lot worse than what I think it would be. Also, gold and silver, I use it as a place to like park my money. So, for instance, if I was to get, this year like a 50% return on my Robinhood account, I'd probably take 25% of that and allocate it back into the gold and silver and just kind of let it sit. That's just to keep your money safe. Like, honestly, really, that's all it is. You're going to get some decent return off there, but you're not going to get like huge returns like you would off of a stock market or anything like that. So that's where I lie with gold and silver. I love precious metals though, and I think that if you're looking into it, which I think that you are, Andrew, I would recommend like just start by like buying like $20. Like, I think silver right now is $20 an ounce, and just look at buying silver right now. It's like you could buy like 1 ounce every 2 months or something like that, depending on how much money you actually have and how much money you allocate towards investments. I would say don't do more than like 10% of your initial, like your actual investments to gold and silver. You want more of that to be in stocks and bonds. That's where you're going to get your bigger returns. But allocate a little bit of it to gold and silver, and kind of have some fun with it. And especially like showing your friends and stuff like that. Like, hey, check out this. It's 0.999 silver. Like, and it's pretty cool. So I hope that answers your question. I do plan on being in it for the super long term. Let's go ahead and dive into the question of the day, and that is, what is your favorite country in the world to visit? So my favorite country is actually not a country. It's a territory of the United States. I went to Puerto Rico already. I love it there. Island is super beautiful. Most of the natives there are super friendly. It's just kind of like relaxed. It's kind of like island living, but cheaper. So it's like going to Hawaii, but not Hawaii. It's Puerto Rico. And the nice thing is that everybody there speaks Spanish, and I'm not fluent in Spanish, so it's like literally I can like not talk to anybody. It's kind of nice, I guess. It's like you're kind of secluded, but you're around everybody. I don't know. I absolutely love it there. Beautiful place, beautiful place, beautiful place. If I was to visit there again, I would absolutely enjoy it. The only thing this time is I would bring my family. Or I would love to go to Thailand. I hear Thailand's a beautiful, beautiful place as well. And it's really cheap. Anyways, let's go to wrap it up. You guys have any questions regarding Etsy or Stash or Robinhood or Acorns, as well as general investing advice, business coaching, or Etsy, feel free to post it down below, and I will catch them on the next episode. And until next time, don't forget to subscribe up here, and then check out my thoughts on Robert Kiyosaki and buying gold. And then check out this other cool video right here. And until next time, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it.